Welcome to Rice Comedy. How's everyone doing tonight? Come on, we know the energy has to be higher. How's everyone doing tonight? We have a great show tonight. First, we have a few announcements from the house manager, Jenny-hoe.
Thank you for coming out to Rise Comedy here! Woo! What's tomorrow? Yeah! Woo! Alright, so, yeah. Alright, here we go. Alright, yes, my name is Jennifer. I am your house manager, making sure you guys have a good time. Make sure you don't burn the place down. So please, so far so good. Two bartenders, Dan and Marcus. They may come out during the show, hang on that corner, wave the little toaster light thing at you. You can wave them down, get us some drinks. I feel like I'm really short with all these things being so tall. Their QR codes on your little table thingamabobbies. They can QR code drinks and food. If you're hungry, the pizza bar next door gets you some food. And restrooms, for those of you who haven't been here before, there are arrows on the floor that lead you through the hallway. You come to a door on the right with a white piece of paper on it with the code to the bathroom of 3374. Go through that door, hang a right. Restrooms at the down at the ramp area. And with that, please, y'all like anticipating over here, feel like something's gonna happen. It's okay. Anyways, please help me welcome Dr. Zacharina!
Oh my God, you guys are too kind. How are we doing tonight, y'all? I love it. Welcome, y'all. I love you too. Thank you all so much for coming. We have a really exciting night ahead of us. Welcome to Comedy Queens here at Rise Comedy. Make some noise! Yeah, it's your only drag and LGBTQ plus comedy show here in Colorado. So we got drag queens, we got different queer comedians, and for DEI purposes, there is a straight man, because I believe in equality! I'm so excited. Tonight we are doing something extra special. We are doing the roast of homophobia. Everybody say, ooh. Everybody say, ah. Everybody say, oh yeah. Okay, calm down, calm down. Oh my gosh, my name is Dr. Zacharina Jenny-hoe. Thank you. Oh my gosh, keep that going, yeah. Stop it. I am not a real doctor. Legally, I do have to say that. Wah, wah. I know. You learned your lesson after the second lawsuit. Not a real doctor, but I am a drag queen and your regular host here at our Comedy Queens show. This normally happens every first Saturday, but we did a little switch up, so we're doing a pre-Pride celebration because Pride starts tomorrow, baby. Who's ready? Who's ready? Where are my queer people at in the audience? Queer people, make some noise. Yes! Oh my God, I love it. Where my allies at? Allies, make some noise. Where my homophobes at? Homophobes, make some noise. My favorite part is the homophobes are just more queer people. We are so excited. I have an amazing cast here today with me to do an amazing roast. So I want you all to give so much noise, applause, take that noise, double it, give it to the next bitch, and get ready to bring out our first entertainer, Fupa! Baby, yeah. Oh, take that strut, Diva, take it. We also have Gila Moonstar. Yes, okay. Oh, she's having that moment. Give it up for Miss Jewdy. Okay, a little woman. And our token straight man, give it up for Austin Langley. Beautiful. We were so excited. Originally, we were going to have an amazing queer comedian here in Colorado, Kate McLaughlin. If you've heard of her, make some noise. A few of you, I love it. Unfortunately, she did get into a fender bender, so she is not here. Everybody say, aw. Pretty homophobic of traffic, right? I know. But we are so excited. As I said before, this is the roast of homophobia. So we are going to be roasting everything homophobic, from the GOP to hot coffee, okay? Everything is on the table, including each other, all right? This is also a very, very special show because we are raising money for the Trevor Project. Because in our own funny, silly way, we're standing up to homophobia, but the Trevor Project stands up to it every single day by supporting our LGBTQ plus youth through text lines, call lines, and consistent 24/7 support. So make some noise for the Trevor Project. A portion of the ticket sales are going to go to the Trevor Project, and if you're feeling moved by the spirit, there are digital codes where you can donate as well. Donations will be split between the cast and as a donation. So, not only are you all having some fun tonight, but you're also, like, doing good for the world. You all are, like, better than everybody else. So you can take this energy through the rest of your night and be like, I'm actually God reincarnated. I'm like feeding the children, and the children in question you'll never see because they're random in the world. But are we ready to get this roast cooking? I'm excited to get this roast started because I'm vain. I like to go first, right? Start first but finish last. Oh my gosh, I am here, and we are so excited to finally roast something that deserves to be roasted. Homophobia. Homophobia. If you put a Bud Light in my hand right now, I am every Republican's worst nightmare. I am a drag queen. Hide your kids! No. If I wanted to groom children, I'd become a youth pastor and register as a Republican. Republicans are trying to make me illegal in 50 states. Everybody say boo. I know. Meanwhile, marrying your cousin is still legal in 18. Yep. I'm really excited to roast the GOP, so let's roast them more than the flames of hell that they say that I'm going to, right? Which is crazy, because all I do is like dick. That's wild. Why do I deserve to go to hell when Lauren Boebert likes dick just as much? If she's allowed to give a handy and Beetlejuice, why can't I? Right? Honestly, okay, side note, not homophobic, but I really want to know what Governor Polis's opinions on Brett Summer is. I really want to queen out with Jared Polis. To fag out and talk about Charlie XCX, that would be the dream. But we love Jared Polis, other people that we do hate from the GOP. Did y'all ever hear about Pete, what's his name, Hegseth? Y'all hear about him? Boo! Literally. He was acting as the Secretary of Defense for like 5 minutes, right? And in that time, leaked secret military plans in not one but 2 different group chats. I'm like, girl, teenage girls have better group chat management than that. I've seen 15-year-olds organize a full-blown revenge plot based off of who sat next to who at the lunch table, and they didn't accidentally text China, right? Talk about a DEI hire. Oh wait, no, I read that wrong. A DUI hire. Yeah! Give it up for our tech booth. Oh, keep those coming. I love that. We're going to be diving headfirst into that Republican gene pool, which to me, I always like to say, is more of a bird bath. It's shallow, full of shit, and somehow attracts things that are just buzzing and annoying, like white men with podcasts. Moving on to Elon Musk. The world's richest midlife crisis. Elon is like if a Reddit post became a real boy. And then he bought Twitter so he could prove that he can ruin something faster than a Tesla battery in a rainstorm. He renamed Twitter to X, which is the sound that his self-driving cars make before they explode. Boom! Yeah, Elon wants to colonize Mars, and I just want him to colonize a therapist office. Now, let's talk about the man who literally has a brain worm, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. A literal brain worm! A man who, when he talks, sounds like a fax machine trying to have an orgasm. I love how he said that the worm ate part of his brain, and Republicans are like, yeah, that's the right man for the job. And then Marjorie Taylor Greene, a woman so delusional. Marjorie Taylor Greene is a woman that is so delusional. She means woke. She thinks that woke means knowing how to read. Yep. And then there's gay Republicans. If you're a gay Republican, get out of here. Gay Republicans are like vegan hot dogs. They're confusing, unnecessary, and nobody asked for them. I prefer the term self-hating homosexual in men's warehouse suits for gay Republicans. They'll do poppers, but then vote against healthcare. And I'm like, babe, how are you gonna afford that ER visit when your heart goes out mid-sniff, okay? The gay people know what that means. Thank you. And we gotta talk about Chick-fil-A. We gotta talk about Chick-fil-A. Yup, I'm getting political tonight. The only restaurant where the waffle fries, totally gay. Meanwhile, all of the management, not. I love when people say, I don't support their politics, I just really like their chicken. Babe, that's not a personality, it's a hate crime that you've just dipped in Polynesian sauce, right? Yep, I do eat Chick-fil-A sometimes. Everybody say boo to me, boo! I know, I'm bad. Okay, the last thing that I do want to roast, and this is controversial, okay, so bear with me, strap in, hang on tight. The last thing I want to roast, it might get me canceled, but I want to call out Pride Month. Pride Month is kind of homophobic. Okay, hear me out. I love Pride. Pride is beautiful. We love it. It's amazing to celebrate the LGBT. But why, out of every month, did Marsha P. Johnson throw that brick in June? Why couldn't she have thrown that brick in sweater weather? It is so damn hot for us to be celebrating Pride Month. And as a drag queen, bitch, I will melt off. By the end of the day, my face looks like a Picasso painting. An eyebrow down here, my lip up there. Denver gays in particular, it's scary to be celebrating Pride here because Denver gays haven't learned what deodorant is yet. They just rub some rose quartz underneath their arms and go, that's it. And we know trends move from the east to the west, and deodorant hasn't even hit Chicago, so I'm scared. When's it gonna come here? And for me, by the end of Pride Month, I start to sound like a conservative Republican, because I'm like, do we really need a whole month? I'm like, this could have been done in just a long weekend. I'm tired. So yes, let's keep celebrating Pride. Let's keep fighting for equality. Yeah. But also, like, maybe we should start throwing bricks in October. I don't know, just a thought. I want y'all to make some noise for our next roaster. She is a stunning vision in Lily. Make some noise for Fupa!
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Zacharina, and let me be the first to congratulate you on your recent vow of celibacy. Give it up for her. Yes. Yeah, her cousin's out of town, so. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming out tonight to the Roast of Homophobia. How y'all feeling? Hell yes. My name is Fupa. That is F-U-P-A. Everybody say hi, Fupa. Hi, Fupa. Yes, I am so honored to have been asked to be part of this show tonight. On this stage, we have drag queens, we have comedians, we have podcast hosts, we have Gila Moonstar. Yes! For those of you who don't know, Gila actually recently finished a drag residency on a Virgin Voyage cruise ship. Give it up for her, come on. She was, of course, representing the Virgin. Yes. Literally on water and still couldn't find a way to get that pussy wet. I don't know. Everybody make some noise for Miss Jewdy! Yes. Miss Jewdy and I have actually been friends for quite a while, so you can believe me when I tell you that out of drag, Jewdy looks like she is about to get a pastor in some big trouble. She's the reason that so many priests found Jesus. And then very quickly found a good lawyer. Nice. Austin Langley is also here tonight. Give it up for him. As per usual, Austin is looking painfully heterosexual. But if he ever took that dick out of his ass, he would just look regular heterosexual. So, significantly more boring. Yes. Yes. And finally, the elephant in the room. Give it up for Dr. Zacharina. Not to plug her, because who would want to plug her? But Dr. Zacharina actually has a podcast. Everybody say, ooh. Yes, it's called Pillow Talk, where she sits down with fascinating guests, fascinating-ish guests, to talk all things sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And I'm telling you so that you know what to avoid when you're surfing on YouTube later. No, but tonight we are roasting all things anti-queer. I'm talking Catholicism. I'm talking tailgating. I'm talking your friend telling the Applebee's hostess that it's your birthday. You can take away my rights. You will not embarrass me in the Chili's. Order me a triple dipper, bitch. I'll embarrass myself. No, but it actually turns out roasting homophobia is quite easy because people who are homophobic are so gay. Oh my God. Like, the Bible is just fan fiction. Okay? To a cross was not the only way Jesus was nailed. Not a fucking chance. So, yeah, if Jesus was alive, he would have an OnlyFans and he'd be selling feet pics. I know because Dr. Zacharina would be buying them. But in a way, we have to admit, church is kind of like everybody's first drag brunch. Yeah. It is. It's Sunday morning, there's free wine, and there's a nasty bitch on stage who won't stop talking about the hot guy leaning up against the wall. No, it is so gay. The last time I saw that many men kneeling, it was at a bathhouse. No, but politics has been kind of a huge source of anxiety for me recently. Anybody else? Yeah. You know, I love to joke about politics. And I think part of the reason is because you can't believe everything you see, right? I mean, can you believe they're saying J.D. Vance fucked a couch? Yes. Him? Yes. On top? Please. Bitch, a couch fucked J.D. Vance. No, but I used to think being a politician was like a super honest and frankly boring job. You know, it was like, wake up, put on a suit, pass some laws, and then do some coke off the tits of a porn star. Go to the launching of a Quiznos. Real respectable line of work, you know? Or, sorry, I guess I should say lines of work. Yeah, nowadays, the only potholes these fuckers are filling in are the low self-esteem circuit twinks. Did y'all hear about Senate Twink, though? Did y'all hear about Senate Twink? Come on, let me know. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Senate Twink was a twink who was filmed getting fucked by a senator on the Senate floor. Leave it to the twinks, bitch. Yeah, when we said we wanted more representation in Congress, this is not what we had in mind. No. And if we are gonna have a twink in Congress, can we let it be like an early 2000 Mean Girls gay? Like, I want a sassy sequin power suit, plumped up lips, fat shaming Marjorie Taylor Greene in the gender neutral bathroom. Yeah, but unfortunately, that didn't happen, and Senate Twink is yet again just another leaky floor on the Congress floor. Leaky, hold on, he's a leaky hole, not a leaky floor. Kind of like Mitch McConnell, leaky hole, you know? Hey. Yeah, conservatives aren't willing to give us rights or dignity, but you know what they will give us? A blowjob and hush money. Speaking of hush money, it is time for me to hush and go get some money. So thank you all so much for coming out tonight. Are you ready to meet your next entertainer? Yes. She is the woman whose name and dandruff is on everybody's lips. It's Gila Moonstar!
Give it up for Fupa, everyone! Thank you so much, Fupa, for the kind words, introduction, and also once again showing your face, which is the real reason why homophobia exists. That's right. Hey, 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 Rise Comedy, put your lighters up, Gila's in the house! Are you ready to get this roast cooking? I thought so. Well, firstly, I do want to thank so much Dr. Zacharina once again for organizing this and having me back, sister. I see that, you're really standing your ground for DEI practices in the workplace by just having me here. And no, I don't mean booking the only Asian person in the city on the last day of API month, but you're actually bringing in and including me as the one person in your cast that doesn't look like a busted brick. That's right. For all the straight people in the house, a brick is just really another way of calling someone that's striving to serve the beauty and elegance of Margaret Qualley, but their facial structure more realistically resembles Demi Moore at the end of The Substance. That's right. Okay, now we're talking about homophobia, okay? We are roasting the absolute hell out of it, right? Because it's almost Pride Month. Who's excited? Yeah. You clap loud enough. You want me to go to hell? Okay, that's fine. I'll see you there. Perfect. Well, you know what? According to the new Oxford American Dictionary, the definition of homophobia, adjective, is showing a fear, prejudice, or dislike against gay people. Oh. Hold on. If that's the case, I'm probably the most homophobic drag queen up in here, let's be honest. Because, number one, okay, I do fear the gays taking up all the parking spaces downtown during Pride weekend. What the hell's up with that? You're gonna make me walk 10 blocks to my gig in heels? That's fucking crazy. Number two, I'm absolutely prejudiced against all of the FAGs who read Twilight in high school and were actually Team Jacob and not Team Edward. What is fucking wrong with you? Jacob is a literal dog, and Edward is a glistening twunk. We need to appreciate that, okay? There's a lot of furries in this town. I don't know what's up with that. And finally, number three, I do dislike all the annoying rainbow washing that the corporations are doing, right? Because why am I seeing around the corner from my house, "Hi, gay, are you ready to sashay away with our fishy deals at Bass Pro Shops? Come get our boots the house down discounts for all of your bait and tackle needs, and also buy one get one free AR-15s. It's gonna be a slay." Okay, so I think we really lost the plot here, you guys, but we need to roast real homophobia. And by that, I'm talking about all of the conservative, hateful propaganda that a certain political figure that has a Cheeto dust complexion is trying to enforce on this country. Yeah! Fuck you, Trump. Do you all ever notice, though, how the most hateful Republicans are always the most closeted? Hello? And how do we know that? Well, baby, we check Grindr and Sniffies when the Republican National Convention's in town, okay? That shit explodes. You know that account named Sub Daddy No Loads Refuse Cum Dump that's nearby? It's Lindsey Graham. These people are speaking about God's country this, God's country that, when in fact, God's country to them is the local Motel 6 that they're cheating on their wives in with Red Boy Chad over there. Oh my God. It's always the angry straight people on Facebook, too, that are like, gay people are ruining traditional marriage when, honey, your wife left you for your Zumba instructor, not RuPaul, okay? So maybe if you gave her as much attention as you did fantasy football, she'd still be there. Okay, look, I'm not religious at all, but when I was born at a really young age, I was told that being gay was a sin. So I got nervous and checked the Bible. Which is weird because I was raised Muslim, but it turns out that in the Bible, it also says you can't wear mixed fabrics. So Deborah, you keep using that Kohl's cash and those clearance items and I'll see you in hell, okay? Okay, we need to get real, everybody. Homophobia is so tired and so boring. Say it with me. How boring is it? Well, it's almost as boring as another white man with a podcast that has 0 listeners. Hi, Dr. Zacharina. All right, it's almost as boring as consumerism and capitalism forcing me to buy 8 Labubus in one night. Homophobia is almost as bored as Bill Cosby at a P. Diddy party. But we really know that homophobia will never be as boring as these other entertainers attempting to roast on stage tonight. You know, let's say hi to them. Okay, Fupa. Hi, my good sis, darling. You know, I'm always just so excited and a little scared every time I see you in drag. But ultimately, I'm never surprised because it does always end up to be the Dollar Tree's discount bin from last season's holiday, okay? Miss Jewdy. Now, if you didn't know, Miss Jewdy moved all the way down from northern Colorado, yes! To a local drag scene with actual talent, right, Miss Jewdy? No, I'm just kidding, Dr. Zacharina is still here, so we can't say that. Zacharina, I'm sorry I keep shredding you, but let me lift my sister up. Because in case you didn't know, like I said, Zacharina has a new podcast. It's called The Joe Rogan Experience. Talk, and you dive into topics about sex with your guests, but it kind of makes sense that you're kind of a sex worker, right? But this time the pillowcase isn't over your face. And then there's also somebody named Austin, and I don't really know where the... Oh, baby, I'm sorry, you're gonna need the wristband if you want to do the drag meet and greet, okay? Yeah. To close this out, homophobia really is rooted in ignorance. And here are some things that homophobes will just never understand, okay? So every time they say that queer people are too loud, honey, we've got that rhinestone megaphone ready to blast it in your ear every time you tell us that. That's right. Yeah. And every time you say that we're grooming your kids, absolutely not. I have a 45-minute nighttime skincare routine. I don't have time to groom your kids. They're disgusting. And then every time they try to legislate out of existence, what we really need is employees at Grindr and Sniffies to out and dox these motherfuckers because they're all immigrants! Okay? We in the queer community are here to stay forever and always. And just remember, if homophobes are mad at queer people, your daughter's favorite teacher? Probably queer. Your son's favorite TikToker? Definitely queer. And your husband's roommate from college that he still texts at 2 a.m.? Honey, more queer than the audience at a Charlie XCX concert. And me, I'm the queen your man wishes he could be with, and sometimes wishes he could be. So thank you, that's my time, right? Coming up next to the stage, it's Miss Jewdy, make some noise!
Thank you, Gila. Everybody give it up for Gila. Yeah, she recently completed a 3-day hair course and it showed. My name is Miss Jewdy, emphasis on the Jew. I'm gonna say a lot of shit that you cannot.
It really wouldn't go well.
Baby, you don't got the guilt for that, and I don't got a family tree. So I want to get to know our audience a little before I keep going. So are there straight people in this crowd? It's a safe space, I promise. My lashes are 4 pairs. Raise them high! Hi! Thank you for being allies. I have a question. Do you all know what poppers are? Raise your hands, straight people. If you know what they are, raise your hands. So it's you motherfuckers who got them caught. If you didn't hear, there was a poppers factory recently raided in Texas. And I am thoroughly convinced that it's because of straight people. We were doing real good. You know, occasionally you'd introduce your girlfriends. You'd be like, do you know what this is? They'd be like, oh, it's so cute. Look at that little bottle. Whoa. And then they're falling over in the bathroom while you're getting plowed. And suddenly, every time I'm at a gay bar, all of the girls are doing poppers. Everyone has them. My straight girlfriends are like, look what I have! And they pull them out and I'm like, babe, what? How do you know what that is? So I'm blaming all of you straight people for taking our poppers. And that's my act of crime tonight. You get to walk in public and not fear it, so take it. As I have said, I am a Jew. I also often refer to myself as the Anne Frank of drag, and that is because I did used to live in an attic, and I am in fact 5'3". It works out really well! Which is why I have to wear giant shoes when I'm standing next to the Jolly Green Giant Fupa! No, I love my sister Fupa so much. She was right. We have known each other quite a while. We trauma bonded greatly. She is a real girl's girl. If there's a fight, she'll go down swinging unless there's a Cane's next door. You are going down! She's going down on that combo and you're going down to the ground. Thank you, Dr. Zacharina, for having me tonight. I know I had to bail the first time you had me. I just got really scared. Out of drag, Dr. Zacharina does look like she would haze me. She'd be the one saying, go, go, go. Meanwhile, all the other brothers are also naked. Homophobia is so complicated. I don't understand it from a religious aspect. I only got the first chapter. But I find it really funny that people like Marjorie Taylor Greene insist that there's a Jewish space laser. Baby, if I had it, you'd be the first. If I had a space laser controlled by all of the powerful rabbis in this world, it would be on site. Baby, my problems would be solved, Lomans would still be in business, and the sales would be eternal. I would never pay retail price, ever. Unfortunately, I don't have a Jewish space laser. I just have heart problems. It's fine. It's fine. Homophobia is my favorite kind of fear, frankly. Because the longer we get into Pride Month, and the more I do this, the more I hate gay people. Like, I know we're here to roast homophobia, but I have to acknowledge the fact that I am, and I think all drag queens are, the most homophobic. We all sit in the corner at tracks. We're like, you see that drink over there? It's not you. Delusion. We're like, fuck that bitch. God. And we just sit here and we watch and we watch and we hate everybody. And I think it really is karmic justice. Because I have to put up with all of these bitches. And I have to put up with you. And I have to deal with drunk bachelorettes at brunch. Stop bringing your straight girlfriends to brunch! And telling them it's okay, Karen. Let loose. Drink that pitcher. Have a good time. Then Karen ends up on the bar. My microphone's no longer in my hand, and I have to call bar staff to escort your friend off the premises. Please stop. But also, please record it if you get it on camera. And then please tag my Venmo at the bottom so that I'm paid for my inconvenience. I really don't want to give any more stage time to straight people. Like, I really don't. Don't get enough in this world. But I really have to give the mic over. Are you ready? I don't know how to flirt with a straight man, but I'm not one of those faggots. Paint the town, baby! Here's Austin.
Oh my goodness. What a joy, a delight. That performance and intro was. I couldn't have asked for anything better. Holy moly, let's get into it. What a fun evening of comedy it has been so far. I do this a lot, and this is the first time that I've ever had to open or follow my grandfather's nightmares. This is insane. I am the token straight. Thank you. That's the response it deserves. Just timid coffee. Oh my goodness. I'm so dumb and straight, I thought this was my gayest shirt. I was just gonna come up here and say I was the Senate twink, but that was already been touched on. Look, I might tell you I'm straight, but this mustache says Wrangler butts drive me nuts. Poting. My goodness. Everyone give it up for your host of the evening, Zacharias. Oh my goodness. My goodness. I know. Zach, when someone mentions poppers or quaaludes, that's the image that goes through my head. Zacharina looks like what a homophobe thinks that San Francisco looked like in the 80s. Zacharina's what conversion therapy camp is afraid of. Look, I'm just here to listen and learn this evening, guys. I'm just here to listen and learn. Zacharina has been on my show that I host multiple times, and she absolutely crushes it, always a joy. So I'm going to use the next 10 seconds as a shameless plug. Be sure to check out Roast Battle Denver, everyone, every Friday night at 11:30 at the Denver Comedy Underground. If you're a fan of verbal violence, maybe you were bullied, maybe you're the bully himself. Anyways, there's no reason that you shouldn't be there. That's every Friday night, Roast Battle Denver at the Denver Comedy Underground. Be there. Now back to Zach. In drag terms, don't you usually say that you're serving cunt? Did I get that right? No, I read that wrong. You're known as a cunt. Okay, so. Okay. Gila Moonstar is here, everyone. Absolutely crushing. First time I've met you this evening, and I'm already a big fan. I've always wondered what Chapel Rowan's sleep paralysis demon looked like. Miss Jewdy is here, everyone. Miss Jewdy. And I really didn't know what to write for Miss Jewdy. It just says Tanya Harding with a heart on. I feel like that's a compliment. Not really. You said it like we couldn't tell. Well, that's like no way. We wouldn't have guessed it. Fupa is here, everyone. Fupa is here. I am a huge fan of Fupa. You guys all know what Fupa stands for, right? Frightening Unicorn Passion Adventure. I don't know. That's what. Trust me, I wrote 5 other ones that you guys did not want to hear. I am so glad. I was wondering what a frog pond looked like. I was gonna make fun of Kate and ask why she hasn't booked me on Dyketopia, but I think you guys know why. You're understanding why. That's the reason why. I wear heels today. Trust me, it is an honor to be accepted by these folks and be the token straight for the evening. But I am worried that one day in the near future there is going to be a bunch of colorful Mrs. Doubtfires hosting our bingo brunches.
And I've hosted a lot of bingo in my life, and I've got to tell you, that's the only time I've had any hatred towards the drag community. But that was just business. That was just business. I was like, how the fuck are they doing all these numbers? I'm sitting in this goddamn brewery. God damn it. Just jealous. Just jealousy at that point. I am grateful and I am lucky that I've never actually had to deal with any homophobia in my life. And I feel like for some reason I have to apologize for the dipshits that feel like homophobia is okay. And these are politicians, these are people I've never met, these are fucked up churches, these are the corrupt cops, these are the school systems we never asked to be a part of. These are the people that couldn't find love in themselves, so they do harm to others. And I am a true believer that roasting is one of those passions where we only roast the ones we love. Except for Mike Pence, Chick-fil-A, Hobby Lobby, fucking. You can say some fucked up shit about them because they're fucking bad people, okay? So let it fucking rip. And like I said, it has been an honor to fucking represent this stage and with these people. And the host of the show, joy, a delight, a real beam of light. Give it up for Zachary.
One more round of applause for your entire cast tonight! Oh my god. I have smile lines. I was laughing so hard. Was that funny? Did y'all like that? Yo, that was vicious. There were a lot of roasts, on all the things homophobic in the world, and roasts on each other. That was the shocking part. I said, oh, we're really coming for each other. Y'all, no one talked about hot coffee. No. Audience poll. Make some noise if you think hot coffee is straight. Make some noise if you think hot coffee's gay. Whoa, split decision. Iced coffee. Do we think that's gay? Make some noise. Yeah, there's that answer. Oh my gosh, y'all, I am so appreciative of all y'all coming out tonight. I want y'all to make some noise for yourselves. Come out and supporting us. Yes. You're supporting your local queer community. You're supporting local drag. It isn't good drag, but it's local. And that's all that matters. You are also here supporting the Trevor Project. Let's make some noise for the Trevor Project. If by the end of tonight you think that we successfully defeated homophobia, make sure to donate either through that QR code or directly to the Trevor Project so we can continue fighting homophobia every day, okay? Now, I'm gonna get on the soapbox real quick. Boop, boop. All right, so by being here tonight, you all were a part of queer community, experienced queer art, and we're really involved in some queer excellence. So, you all have a call to action, okay? Moving forward in the world, we need to make sure that we are voting for politicians with liberal agendas that are progressive and support our queer and trans communities year-round, okay? I feel like a politician. The Senate twink is experienced twink death, and now I'm here. Also, we need to stand up to homophobia every day in our lives. So next time you're hanging out with that friend, bless their heart, and they have that homophobic boyfriend. Let's say his name is Chad, and Chad starts saying some whack shit. I want y'all to look him dead in the eyes and go, "Shut the fuck up, Chad." Should we practice that all together? On the count of 3, we're all going to say, "Shut the fuck up, Chad." 1, 2, 3. Shut the fuck up, Chad! Period, baby. Stand up to homophobia, bigotry, transphobia every day of your lives, y'all. Every day, yeah! I want all of our cast to stand up and have a huge round of applause for your entire cast. We are Fupa, Gila, Jewdy, and Austin Langley, y'all. Thank you all so much for being here tonight on behalf of our entire cast crew. My name is Dr. Zacharina Jenny-hoe. Good night and big balls. Thank you.